We know you love us, but the information on our podcast is provided for educational and entertainment purposes only. I understand I'm both an LPC and an LMFT. However, this is not intended as a substitute for professional services of any kind. If you or anyone you know needs professional help, please seek mental health services.
Hey, this is Zorric.
And Emma.
Host of the Day podcast. And today we have a pretty awesome show because we have Miss Amanda Hendrix here from The Proposal.
Yes.
Hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
It's going good.
Awesome. How's your rainy day been?
Well, it's going good because I'm with you guys.
Okay,
Oh,
sounds good. We'll
thanks.
take it. And we have also another guest that just stopped by.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
She
Claire.
rang the doorbell.
She rang the doorbell.
I begged her to.
and yeah, she's here.
Claire Bear.
Claire Bear.
Yes. Hey guys, thanks for having me back.
Oh, much
There he
better.
goes.
There you go. We can hear her. Okay. And we have April here. She's just hanging out.
Hey, April.
Yes.
Hanging.
Cool.
All right. So we have a jam-packed episode.
We do.
So
many things.
Lots of people, so many things. We also have something we want to talk about.
Yeah. So
With-
we
go ahead.
are available on iTunes and Google Play.
Okay.
And anywhere else that you guys can get your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
If this is your first time listening, subscribe and review to us. If you have any show topics, comments, concerns, questions, feel free to email us at hello@datepodcast.com. And you can also follow us on @datepodcast on Instagram and Twitter.
Awesome.
I know.
What's the audience going to learn today?
Things that people shouldn't tell us when we're single.
Does Amanda know? You know
Yeah.
some things. You know a couple
lot.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
The list
Okay.
is long.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's become debates between some of my friends that are married
Yeah.
and me.
So, what's going on today?
Well,
Yes.
you know how much I love the Royals.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
so I love the Royals so much. I'm a little bit salty that someone got married and
Who
they
got
didn't get
married?
married to me, you know, but that's like in the past, and now
Uh-huh.
I officially can't like marry him later in the future. It's fine.
Okay.
However, one of the cousins, Princess Eugenie, was married this past weekend.
Isn't
y'all
she
know who
like?
that is?
Isn't she married? Isn't she somebody famous though? Eugenie.
She's a princess, so
Okay.
she's the queen's granddaughter. That makes her famous.
Okay. All right.
You don't follow royalty,
I
do
do
you?
not
Amanda,
follow
do you
it.
follow royalty?
Yes.
Okay.
All day.
Cool.
Meghan Markle is pregnant.
Yeah.
So sad.
What do you think about that couple? Do you like the couple?
Yes.
Okay. Emma's just
Yes.
jealous. She wanted
I
to be
am.
married
No,
to
Well,
him.
it's
No,
I'm
I'm
envious.
with her.
It's not
I'm
jealousy.
with-
It's envy.
I'm with you.
Yes.
Like, I'm jealous. Like, I would take Prince Harry all day.
yes.
But if I'm going to give him away, it's either to you or Meghan Markle. That's the only two
Thank
people.
you, Amanda.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
So she got married to Jack Brooksbank in the St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. She wore this beautiful gown. I really loved her dress, and I loved
it.
the tiara that she wore. It had like this emerald in the middle of it. It was
How can you go
beautiful.
wrong with a tiara and an
Right.
emerald in the middle?
And little emeralds around the side. It was just beautiful. It was a beautiful crown. Green is my favorite color, so I was just there for it.
Green with envy.
Yes.
You were.
I was.
Yeah.
That's what I want to wear too when I get married.
You want to wear
An emerald.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, right?
Let's set that up.
That would be a trendsetter right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a brooch.
A brooch.
Uh-huh.
Or
a bro.
like
a brooch for a bro.
yes, a bro brooch.
Uh-huh.
.com. Let's buy it.
Patent that right now.
We will.
Yes.
We will.
TM by Emma Pineda / Zorric Sia, kind of.
.datepodcast.com.
Is that pig Latin? That was a lot of words. there.
That was too many words.
Yeah,
That
it
was.
a lot.
Oh.
We don't
I
say long
liked
words
it.
here.
I liked it.
I don't even know what I
liked it.
said. I can't
know.
remember.
Pig Latin.
I really do talk a lot, and sometimes I do forget.
Me
It just
too.
happens.
Yeah. So Amanda's here
Yes.
because she was on The Proposal.
Yes.
And we are so interested in her story and
Yes.
her experiences. And it's kind of cool. It's really cool because Claire's here.
Yay!
And so they had the same sort of well, not the same experience, but they had different experiences. Similar as far as like how the show was and the process of the show. So take me back. I know everyone asked you this question, but what was the reason why you wanted to be, or you chose to be on the show?
It just kind of goes back to the topic of why or what you shouldn't ask to single people. Mm-hmm. But it's true. Why not? I mean, I've gotten on Bumble recently. Why not? I mean, it's fun.
Was there like a breakup or something or some traumatic experience?
Well, I mean, God, that's another whole podcast. But,
oh my gosh.
I mean, like, you get the opportunity. It's a life-changing experience. And if you leave with love, great. If you don't, I've had a lot of, like, boys hitting me up afterwards.
Oh, of course.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
It was fun. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
And I think also maybe it kind of, you grow as a person.
You do.
Yeah,
you
right?
put yourself in a bathing suit in front of national TV and accept it. And as someone would say, skip it. Might have been broke up with and while I was in a bathing suit, but that's okay. Like, embraced it. Well, you know, I mean,
Wait,
I
your
made
bathing suit broke?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
Did
no.
I hear that incorrectly?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
It was a long word.
I got broken up with.
Oh.
You know, kind of
okay.
because you go in like, I got sent home at the bathing suit. Rude.
Ditto, girl.
Rude.
So when
okay,
when you were sent home, like how did you
I
feel
felt
that moment?
really good.
Really?
Yeah.
You were relieved or
Totally relieved.
Really?
Yes.
What? Well, I mean, okay, so
right,
I get what you're talking about. You know,
yeah.
it's the pressure of being on the show. All these people are watching you. Maybe there's a lot of expectations.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and people are judging you, and it's kind of easier maybe to date in real life.
But I was okay with it. Like,
Yeah.
if I would have went through the process, if I felt like this was going further. So I was a little bit...
What is the word you're
I
trying to find?
I know. Relieved that I was let go at that round.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, in your opinion, in your
Uh-huh.
experience, did you almost find that you kind of knew what the guy was looking for after the
Absolutely.
bathing suit round?
Absolutely. I knew what he was looking for before the bathing suit round. I was just happy I wasn't eliminated before that.
Wait, what
I'm
did you...
curious
how
to
did
know
you,
like what y'all mean by that.
Yeah.
But because you're at, like, you kind of know what you're signing up for. So, I mean, I don't even know how to explain it.
To me, it was you could see the girls who were around
Yes.
you, and
Yes.
you have talked to them,
Yes.
so you know
Yeah.
their personalities.
Yeah.
And when you narrow them down, you're like, okay, my personality and like who I am as a person is not what
Correct.
he is looking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he liked a girl that liked a 12 in sex. Not a 10. She went up to a 12.
That's a lot. Like, how do you quantify
What is a
that?
12? Yeah. How do you
I don't
quantify
know.
what you like in sex?
Like, if I
too?
asked you, what on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is sex to you? How high would you go?
Well, this is a little tough.
As a
one.
lady.
Of course.
Yeah, I'd probably say like an 8. Like it's not the whole thing, but it's helpful if
What?
it's
As a
good
dude,
and-
would you pick the girl that said it's a 12?
Probably yes.
And
Probably
that's the
yes.
only girl he asked that
But
to.
you have to be attracted to. You can't just be like, oh, okay, like I'll have sex every minute. But you have to be attracted to that person.
But in addition, you don't know what the sex is going to be like until
Right.
you have it.
Exactly.
And you're giving a 12 to a guy in a pod.
You haven't test
Gave a
driven
number.
the car.
You haven't
True.
test driven, or you haven't done anything to it.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe
Not
they
even
should.
seen it. Not even seen it.
They should add that.
Well, I mean, sometimes like they know how to work stuff, so it'll
Yeah.
all work out. Sometimes.
Just saying.
So, what is your number, Amanda? Is it from a 1
My
to...
what?
Yeah.
Wait.
Like as far
number
as
of
like
things.
sex.
Like, how important is
how
sex to
important
you?
is sex?
You know what? Okay, if it's all said and done, like, you can't fake a personality. You can teach things. So, I mean, sex, Sex
What if he was
important.
a virgin? What if he was a virgin?
No. I don't want to go down that road. No. No, thank you. I don't need to teach that much. Like, you got to know what you're doing before I test drive it.
That's a 12.
Like, read the manual.
I would say a 9. I'm not going to quote her as a 12.
Okay. That's pretty high, though.
Yeah, a 9.
Yeah.
8
Claire,
or 9.
what about you? Interested?
I mean,
I would give it a 7.
Okay.
7, okay.
Because
7, 8, 9.
I also can, women.
as my mom would
do
say, well,
things.
train them. Yeah.
But then is it about love languages too, right? No.
I think that you're going to have like a compatibility.
You are going to have a compatibility. And, you know, like whenever we had Mary, who was the sex therapist, like, again, like it falls down to communication.
Yes.
So like if you're communicating in the bedroom, if you're sharing your wants and your needs and your desires and your fantasies, and it's an open conversation and no one's like shutting you down, that is helpful to
100%.
Right, to like embrace the sexuality together.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree too.
Okay.
I'm like a 1. You guys didn't even ask me.
Oh
but
my gosh.
I'm like a 0.
Well, what is your? A 0.
It's a 0, obviously.
Okay.
Would you pick the girl that rated it a 12?
Yes,
or
he would.
7?
No,
yes, he would.
Yes,
he would.
Do you guys
All
think of me as like a dirty
Yeah,
dirtbag?
you guys are simple creatures.
No, we're not.
Sex and visuals. That's it. It's easy peasy from there.
I beg to differ. That is not. We're all.
It's very simple.
I guess so. Maybe most
I
guys.
mean, I'm not going to completely categorize you.
Me neither.
However, I am saying that if you were given the choice between someone that said an 8 or a 12,
Well,
you're more
obviously.
What are
likely
you
to
gonna
pick
pick?
the 12.
But the looks
And
are
you're
the
in a
same,
pod. And you're in a pod. And she's got like a 6-pack.
I mean, yeah, of course, 12.
Yeah,
Obviously,
right.
it's binary. You know,
Clear.
9 is or 12
Clear.
is greater.
Einstein.
You have something to say, Claire?
Well, okay, I just want to add this in, is that, like, you can't take your past sexual relationship and your experience into your new
Right.
relationship because you grow that together. Because it's
you
not going
may
to be
a
great
12
at
with
first.
one person, but you may be an 8 with somebody else.
Right, and you grow together and that your experiences will, like, open new doors, if
True.
you will.
Yes. Because if you really like it, it's going to be a 12 no matter what.
Yeah, it has to do with compatibility. Is that what you're
does.
saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Because you can date somebody, you know, for a while, and you guys, sex is terrible, but the next guy, sex is great. But then
And he
maybe,
may not be hot.
yeah, maybe
either.
or not successful
May not
or
be-
whatever.
Kind of like, you know, from Game of Thrones.
Yes,
what was his
Khaleesi.
name? Gentry. Whenever he took them, oh my gosh, what is his name?
Khal
Peter
Drogo.
Dinklage's character took him to the brothel, and then the prostitutes ended up giving the money back because to Peter Dinklage's character. What is his? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I don't know his name right now.
Tyrion
Tyrion Lannister.
Lannister.
Yeah, there it goes. Oh, yeah, gave him the money back because he knew what he was doing, and like that's never happened before. And like if you
Right.
look at him, he's not like that great
A
looking.
girl appreciates it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know what he did. I want to know what he did.
Yeah, me too.
Just curious.
Let's ask him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, for the record, I've
gonna
never
call him.
given money back before.
Yeah.
It's my
Has
money.
a girl given you money back?
No. Uh-oh.
No, not doing it like he does.
Okay, wow, I can talk about sex for like 5 hours. But so, Claire can chime in here, but how was the whole casting process for you?
The casting process was easy,
Yeah.
right? Don't you think?
Long.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Like a
yeah.
lot of
It was
hurry
like
up and
4 or
wait.
5 months. Yeah. It was 4 or 5 months. Changes. It was one of the easiest casting processes I went through, though.
How did you find out about the show?
So a girl that I met a long time ago, she casted me for it, put me in contact with the producer, and like I said, it was easiest thing I've done. And then they were super attentive, like super, I don't know they asked a lot of questions. Really, really, I don't know. It's different. It was easy. It was actually really easy.
Cool.
What is easy about that? Like, they just ask you general dating questions?
Yeah. It's a new show. So I think for me, that's the brilliance of that, because you're going into hypothetical bachelor. And so you're like, you already know what that's going to be like.
Yeah. So what's like the most outrageous question they asked you?
They didn't ask
Nothing?
anything
It was just more
outrageous.
vanilla?
No, it was like, I don't know. Do you like what if he's atheist or
okay.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was kind of easy.
Mostly situational.
Okay.
Probably why it didn't work out for a lot of us, but okay.
How long was that process?
I would say like 4 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, it was a long time, but it's a new show, so
Yeah.
it's like they're like trying to figure out like what's going on, it's situational, like you said, totally. 1 month it would be one thing, the next month it's another thing. You had to totally be adaptable.
Yeah. And was it kind of like, did it weigh on your psyche where you were unsure that?
No.
No, you just did it. And
I'm
you're like,
kind of the fly by the seat of her pants kind of girl. So
Okay.
yeah, I was not nervous, not an ounce of nerves.
so no expectation. If you didn't get
No,
it, so what?
no,
Who cares, right?
absolutely, yeah.
So
Well, you
during-
kind of have to go in like that. Though,
Yeah, yeah,
You know.
yeah. So I guess at this point in your life, what was going on? Were you dating? Were you?
I was dating. I went on a lot of bad dates.
Uh-oh.
A lot. And at that point, like, I had taken a leave of absence, been with my mom. Family situations happen, and then I just was like, okay, cool. Like, if it works out, it works out. Like, that's it. Like, it was. I mean, unfortunately, I don't have like. That's the only like bland part I have of that.
Yeah. So during that 4-month process, if you would have found a guy,
Oh,
and he was like,
I still would have went.
Oh, you
yeah,
would've
I
still-
still would have went. Why not? Put me in a live audience. Still would have went. Absolutely.
what if he was like a 12 in bed?
I don't. Why I didn't test drive any 12s, so I was still thinking Kia version versus like Maserati.
So 3s.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah. I
gosh.
mean,
I will chime in on this. I actually was dating during the casting process.
Oh.
I was, and
drop the
I was
mic.
very honest with the guy that I was dating and told him that this was something I really wanted to do. And eventually I was like, yeah, we got to cut this off because, like, I'm going on the show.
yeah. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Like either
was a 2. He was
it's-
probably a 2.
Yeah, or a 1.5.
But that's where I'm going to sign out, you guys. Thank you guys for, like, letting me join
Hey,
again.
Claire.
I
Thanks for
appreciate
stopping
y'all.
by.
Anytime.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time. We need
Don't drop
the
the
audience
mic.
needs to climb. Clap for Claire. Oh. All right. So Claire's leaving.
Claire is
Okay.
leaving.
She's saying bye. And,
Yes,
I
bye.
just
thank
met
you.
her for the first time.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
crazy. That's amazing. Okay. So as we're talking about numbers.
Yes.
and,
Numbers.
and Amanda's dating history.
Yeah.
So you were dating 3s. Like, why? Like, well, on a sexual level. But nothing was happening because of what? Like, values didn't align?
Okay,
or-
so this could go back to what you shouldn't say to single people.
Oh, everything I'm asking you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what was happening. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I wasn't in a place in my life where I was like ready to commit. I had committed to a guy way too long. So
How long
it's
is that? Like years?
Oh God, it's embarrassing to even say.
7 years.
On and off for like a decade. I dated other people,
Uh-huh.
but I thought, eventually, what I come to realize is he has the Peter Pan syndrome.
Oh, he doesn't want to grow up.
Oh my gosh.
And he's over 50, a
Oh.
good 50,
Uh-huh.
but I met him early 40s, early 20s for me. Yeah, Peter Pan.
Yeah.
So why not? Like,
I hear that a lot. Like, a lot of guys
It's
don't want to
annoying.
settle down.
No.
Even if they're older, they could be
because they
40,
have
30.
girls like they have Bumble, they have Tinder, they have whatever they have.
Yeah, and we talk about that, the FOMO, right? Fear of missing out.
Yes.
So, like, there's always an upgrade, or we think
The
there's
grass
always
is
an, yeah.
always greener on the
Until
other
you
side
get
until
to
it's
the other
not.
side, yeah.
Until
It's
you,
not.
Yeah. So that's the question that I ask my guy friends, like, when do you stop? When does the
But
party
when
stop?
do you stop though?
I mean, I as soon as possible.
I honestly, like, I'm going to vouch for Zorric. I haven't vouched for him this whole time. But
I don't
will
know
say-
him on the
Oh.
what
Yeah.
is it?
We're
on
new
the
date podcast.
Yeah, I only know his professional
Instagram,
life.
yeah.
No, if he were to find someone that like
It's hard.
Yeah, once he finds that person to settle down with, like he will. And
it's got to.
Yeah, he's someone that like won't let
But
that go.
then that goes along with what don't you ask single people? It's a girl-guy situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we get to both, like, why are you still single?
Yeah.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
still single
Yeah,
because.
but-
Yeah.
I
You're
mean, it
so
goes
great.
back with both of us. It's like most girls go, oh, why am I asked that question? But guys are asked the same question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Peter Pan? Like us girls form some sort of like
narrative.
yes. And in our head, because what we've had like previously, we're going to automatically assume that's the case when it's probably not. You just haven't found the right person.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, the whole finding the right person, that's another story because it's so much like intuition, it's
like-
gut feeling.
Yes.
It's also like a logical thing where you have
Needle
these
in a
values.
haystack.
Yeah. And it's hard to find that needle. So as you were, I guess before the show you were dating
Yeah.
someone you said for a little bit. In high school and college, were you also kind
So in high school,
Where did you go to high school?
I went to high school at West Ouachita in West Monroe, Louisiana.
Oh.
But then I went to LSU for college.
Okay.
Cool.
So I did cheerleading there.
Mm-hmm.
So of course I didn't have time for a boyfriend because I was an LSU cheerleader. So like who does? But no, I had a boyfriend I met him literally the day after I graduated college or came back from my senior trip.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of like the heartbreak. So that's another thing. It's like,
Oh, was he the first love?
yes.
Oh.
And I read the other day you have 3 like good loves in your life. First is like high school. Second is like a narcissist. I've checked both boxes. So third,
We're waiting.
I'm hoping checks like the next box.
What is the third one?
I don't know. That's supposed to be your great love. So you have your high school one.
Got it.
The second one is like a narcissist. I have to say I read it in Elephant Journal. And that's embarrassing to even say that I read Elephant Journal.
Well, I mean, that's great information.
It gave me great information though.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm not like totally, it's like Carrie Bradshaw.
I'm trying to think of like who my high school love was because I kind of had a boyfriend in high school, but I didn't consider him like a love of my life. There's someone else that
It doesn't have to be the love of your life. It's
or
just
like
the
or
love
my high
that
school
moment.
love. I would consider someone else my high school love, I guess, if we were to put it in that
But
category.
you had one.
There you go.
That would
Check.
be that person.
Check.
Who's my narcissist?
You just had a
Check that box.
narcissist.
You think he's a narcissist?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna guess.
Well, because we've talked
I'm
about
just
this.
trying to
Yes.
check your boxes.
Yeah.
I know. Thank you, Amanda.
He doesn't want to settle down. This guy.
He didn't want to settle
Okay.
down. He still doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Peter Pan.
for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 2 boxes are checked. All right.
Damn
where's the
it.
next
You and I are
one?
both on our third one.
It's gonna happen like
It
tomorrow.
better happen. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hurry up and show up.
We can have like a double wedding.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
She
I
wants to be a
center of
princess.
I get it. Me too. Me too. Me too.
I'm like, but
I know.
like, it wouldn't work
I
out.
get it.
We
I
can
get
do
it.
like back-to-back
She
weekends.
just broke up with me on the date podcast. And I'm okay with it. She does want to date Prince Harry.
I do.
She
I
does.
do.
I know, I do too.
But it's okay. He's gonna have a baby soon, so I gotta let that
Yeah,
go.
you gotta let it go.
Once Benedict Cumberbatch also had a child, I let that go.
Oh my God, we love the Brits. We love the
do.
Brits. I'm 83% Great Britain.
I don't know what I am.
Yeah, you should.
Spaniard, something or other.
You know what? I'm gonna give you some of my Brit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I like that you like them. I like them
I do.
too.
I'm obsessed with them. I don't
You know
know
what?
why.
You can talk to me in British all day, and I would
Awesome.
just panty drop her.
Yes, it's
I know.
horrible.
Doesn't even matter what word they say.
Right. I got hit on all over Britain when I went.
Right?
Like every single time I go. It was just
Because they love your kind of accent.
they did, and I also was like super tan because it was summer, and I had super blonde hair. Because
Like
it was
Tan
summer.
Mom?
Not that.
No, not tan.
mean,
Just
not
like
leather.
naturally tan.
Yeah.
I just get really tan. Like
yeah,
I'm
you
wearing
do.
SPF in the summer, and they were just always hitting on me.
Yeah.
And my best friend, the one that I told you remind me of, she's like, I'm not getting hit on. And I was like, shh,
Yeah.
leave me alone, woman.
Girl, quiet.
It's like, I'm getting us free drinks. That's what matters.
Exactly. 100%. Free drinks is most important.
Was I buying the drinks?
No.
I'm kidding. No.
I'm like, you're married.
It was his
she's
credit
fine.
card.
Yeah, it was Zorric's credit card.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay, so you had your 2.
Yeah.
You checked your 2 boxes.
Yeah.
So the third one should be
The third
and
I'm
make sure
waiting
you let us
on.
know.
He better be good.
So in elementary school, were you dating too? Did you-
Elementary.
Middle
Did you
school?
date in elementary school?
I think it was middle
No,
school for
actually,
me.
my first boyfriend, ironically, his name was BJ. In middle school. And I did not give him a BJ.
That's a very
but that
Southern
wasn't
thing.
his
It's a
name.
very Southern
No, but I grew up
name.
in D.C. then.
Oh.
So BJ was his first name, yeah. So, yeah, not... He gave me White Diamonds perfume for
Oh my
for a
God.
gift. Yeah, that was
Old
done.
lady.
Elizabeth Taylor, but I mean I love her, R.I.P. But no.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. I had a couple relationships during high school, but like it was literally like high school, college.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like the first like real. He says I'm the one that got away. And I say, yes, I am. Because I agree with you. He tried to come back, and that's okay.
Recently or?
A lot.
Oh,
He's on his
wow.
like second marriage. And he's so sweet, and he has sons now, so I don't want to bad talk him. But yeah.
Well, why did it not work out? As like values?
You know what?
Or?
I think you just grow out of people.
Yeah.
I think that what people say, like under 25, because I'm 35 now, so it's like you grow out of people. And everybody kept saying, at 25, you'll want something different. And it was so true. Like that, I don't know, maybe 1.5 year, I was like,
Well,
oh
at
my God,
25,
really?
scientifically, we get our prefrontal cortex completely developed. And so, which is the part of the brain that allows us to do like logical reasoning and decision making.
There
She's
you
a
go.
therapist. She's
Yes,
doing
I'm a
it.
therapist.
I love it.
Right?
And there you go.
And just side note, I'm curious to see how the prefrontal cortex for all of these kids that are growing up on technology, how that's going to develop
It's
because
so
I think that's
true.
influencing it a lot.
Everyone kept saying at 25, you're going to want something different.
It's a smart thing
I'm just-
said.
Yes! Girl, we got a smart girl in the house.
I have a brain coloring book.
Oh, she's hot with a brain, boys.
Amanda's gonna be like my wing woman.
Oh my gosh. At the
New
bars.
wing woman.
At the bars.
All day.
For sure. Okay, so he keeps trying to come back, but you're saying, you grow out of people.
Yeah,
sometimes.
you do. I think you do.
You
I
want
think it's
different
right.
things,
Yes.
maybe? Yeah.
Like, he stayed in Louisiana, West Monroe. I'm here. Like,
Is it one of the Duck Dynasty guys?
no.
I'm joking.
No. I would have got a ring put on that one at that point. Like, you just take it for what it's worth.
Amanda
No.
Robertson.
I know. There is one. I get named as her.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. It's not.
Is it the one that's the pastor's wife, or was the pastor?
I don't even keep up with them.
Okay,
It's probably the unknown one.
I think that's
yeah.
what I'm thinking
the
of. Okay.
unknown.
The brother with the beard,
Robert.
without the beard. Yeah.
Without the beard.
Yeah.
Nice,
He's been
nice.
shunned. Get a beard.
So if you can see where we're going, we're kind of going backwards in
Yeah.
your life here.
I
So,
like
brothers, sisters?
I have a
anything?
sister.
Okay.
She still lives there. Gave me my 3 perfect little niece and nephew. So I have 2 nephews and 1 niece.
Okay.
Still lives in that small town. Total opposite. Total opposite.
Do you get the pressure of, when you're getting married? Because we get
Is
it
she
all
older
the
or
time.
younger?
Younger.
Oh.
Younger. So my grandma, before she passed, Bitsy, little Spitfire, Mandy, your ex are dying, And I'm like, only she in the world could say that. But it's totally 100%. Like, I talked about that before I went on the proposal. It's like, oh, why are you so single? Well, you better hurry. Don't you want to have kids? And then it's like segues into, are you going to freeze your eggs? And it's like, okay. Like, I'm unsure where you're going there. Are you gonna pay for me to I have a freezer with my eggs in it? I don't know. Like, are you gonna freeze your eggs? It's like you don't even know. You just said I look 25, but you're asking me if I freeze my eggs.
A lot of women our age, though,
I get it.
because I'm doing research into it, because that is something that I'm considering, because of I'm 31 and I've always grown up wanted a big family too. I mean, I'm Hispanic, and so I think it just comes with with the territory. Like, it was fun having just me and my sister, but I would like to have at least like one more added on. And so that's something that I'm looking into because it is a concern of mine. Like, number one, how many eggs do I have now?
But is it a concern of yours or is it a concern of everyone else putting pressure on you?
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of both.
It's both.
Yeah. No, because I mean, Thanksgiving is coming. My sister jokes. She's like, Thanksgiving is always fun for me. It's never fun for you. It's fun for her.
Why is it not fun for you?
Because when are you settling down? When are you getting married?
It's so
when
annoying.
are the kids coming?
What's wrong with you? Do you get that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Emma, you're so pretty. Why aren't you
married? You're such a catch.
Yeah. Emma, like, why? You're so picky. That's all it is. You're so picky.
It's the worst.
And then I'm like, yes, I may have high standards, and I'm okay, like, not being divorced right now.
Why is it okay for like for me, it's like, okay, I don't go and say, why are you divorced from your marriage of like 1 year? Are you happy being a single mom? Not my mom. My sister was a single mom. Like nothing like bad towards that, but it's a double standard.
Yes.
Like I don't say those. Like
right. Like I don't go up to my divorced friends and say like you're a failure for
don't you
being
regret
divorced.
it? Right.
Because that's not my stance on it. Like I don't care if you get divorced. And so then when you do the same thing to me, then I'm like I feel like I can't defend myself. I feel like I have no
You have nothing to defend. You have no defense.
Because I'm not married. I'm not in a relationship. I haven't had a serious relationship in such a long time that it's like I have no ground to stand on.
I had one guy say, have you ever been married? And I was like, no. He's like, well, I think it's better that you've been married before than at least states that you are marriage material. And I'm like,
no.
What?
Why?
What's this guy?
I know. Like, why is that appropriate for you to say? I wanted to say your beer belly is inappropriate. It's hard as a rock. I didn't say that. You know, it's like, how rude.
Was he divorced too? Or divorced?
I was like, boy, bye. Like, I don't even have time for you.
Is this like a date?
No. God, no. I mean, dates are worse than that. But it was just like, you're such a catch. Why aren't you married?
Uh-huh.
But why aren't you divorced?
Yeah.
Like, you want to say that, but then you feel like you can't say it. Because it's, like, stupid.
Yeah, I also kind of get it, too. So I'm a family and marriage therapist, right? So I did family and marriage counseling, couples counseling. And so it was always funny because the question back reflected to me was, are you married? Do you have kids? And I would always say,
And then you're a family.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then I would ask, like, what is important about this question for you? Like, how important is it for me to answer and be honest about it? Like, what are you going to get out of it? And so, like, maybe 20% of the time I would share, like, no, I'm not married and I don't have kids. However, I said, I have all of this knowledge.
Right.
And it's helpful for a third party to be impartial.
Why you have the knowledge.
Right.
Yeah.
To be impartial and to help you guys find a way that this will work out if that's what you need to do.
Like, why do you have to be married to counsel people?
I don't think that you do.
I don't think you do either.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You just gotta, if you have the knowledge and you've seen the research, it's harder to do yourself, obviously. Most of it is. It's
and that's why, like, I'm so much better telling people what to do.
But do you think that, like, you see the things that you do see, maybe, like,
sometimes I think that it does stop me from, like, wanting to engage because because I start thinking, like, today was a great, I was walking to my apartment, and so I'm planning on moving back in with my parents. That's a whole nother story.
Girl, I would
too.
Save some money.
So I was walking to my apartment, and I started thinking to myself, man, I'm in my apartment by myself. I don't have to talk to anyone. I was super excited. I'm like, it's just me by myself. I can be under a blanket. Like, I can watch whatever I want. And then I started thinking, oh my gosh, I'm moving in with my parents. My mom's going to want to talk to me. My dad's going to want to talk to me too. Oh my gosh. Oh, should I just, like, stay single the rest of my life? Because I'm realizing I just don't want to talk to people anymore.
Because that's all we do all day.
Yes.
And then you want somebody to accept the fact that when I come home, I'm like, dude, I mean, I'll talk, but Jesus, I don't need to talk that much.
When The Real Housewives is on, know that it's a tough day.
Right.
Like, I just don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to pay attention to that. Like, yeah.
You could just veg and drink a glass of wine and relax.
Or a box of wine or a bottle of wine.
Yeah, yeah.
All of the above.
Yeah, check, and check.
Yeah.
3 boxes right there.
So speaking of what you do after work, what kind of things do you do? Like, what's your passion as far as business and all that?
So, well, right now it's kind of weird because 10 years ago, you'd think that you're going to be in like 2 different places, or I never would have said I was going to go back to retail or whatever, but I really like what I'm doing. I like that I don't have a title. It's so sad. Like I like that I don't have to like be responsible for other people. I'm just like, I managed forever, and I was a pharmaceutical rep and medical device, and then I'm like, so just so happens Stanley Korshak's family-owned business, and I was a rep for the bath line, and he's like the owner, Crawford, which is...
And that's a big company.
It's a big company.
It's
very still
popular.
family-owned. Yeah, it's still family-owned. Amazing company. And
what do they do, by the way, for people not in Dallas?
So we are... What do you mean?
Well, I mean, or who don't know about it.
So if you're not in Dallas, it's kind of like a Neiman's, but better.
Okay.
It's family. Well, it is. It's like, I feel like I'm like Alice in her Wonderland.
But it's like high end.
Well,
right?
that's the thing. That's where I think that people get us wrong. We are high end. We have great sales. We have things that nobody else carries. Beautiful jewelry, which is where I am. Knew nothing about jewelry. I was selling literal skincare. The first day I walked in, Crawford's like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, oh, nothing. You're my account, you know? He's like, oh, well, I have a position in fine jewelry. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, do you work in men's suits or something? He's like, no, I'm the owner. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's such a, like, relaxed, laid back environment. We've got great, awesome, like, just, you know, it's a good shopping experience.
Gotcha.
I mean, have you been?
I've never been.
I feel like that stare. I'm giving you the stare.
You guys are down the street walking.
AKA Brett, because Brett is the bomb. But I think that people go into it thinking that I can't afford it.
That's exactly it.
We're attached to the Crescent. It's a beautiful castle. Yeah. It's like, I'm Alice. That's my Wonderland. You guys, it's not like that at all. We sell amazing pieces that everybody can afford. Contemporary, great sales too, because AKA Crawford hates having sale merchandise.
Yeah.
And I think he's okay with me saying that.
Yeah.
So it's actually, everybody should. Just
check it out.
Yes.
Yeah, because half of our listeners
retail
are from California, so that's why they may have not, been to Stanley Korshak.
Yeah.
But
it looks like a destination place. Yes.
It's a real happening neighborhood too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area. I
Nobu.
love like walking or taking my scooter down there.
See, just scoot on in. We allow everything.
Yeah, I take one of the lime scooters.
Lime scooter.
Yeah. You better be careful on those. I'm scared.
Yeah, watch out.
Those things are
They're
scary.
a lot of fun.
Are they?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten on one.
I've been on them a few. My sister goes like 5 miles per hour, so it takes us like 30 minutes.
Oh, can you gas it up to get higher? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like her boyfriend and I want to speed, and she's like, okay, guys, wait for me.
She's being safety first.
Yeah. Okay, so you've talked a lot about dates.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that comes to mind as far as maybe like an awkward, memorable date?
Yeah.
Most awkward?
Yeah. Or memorable, yeah.
No, let's just go with most awkward.
Yeah. Okay, let's start there.
Most memorable, awkward. Yeah.
I've got a couple
horrible ones.
But I have to say this one. Brace yourself.
Do you need some?
Brace yourself. He had pet ducks.
What?
Wait. I have to say, I had a chicken named Michelle.
Okay.
And I accidentally smothered her because I slept on her. I wanted to cuddle her. So I am an animal lover. But he calls me and he's like, do you want to meet my pet ducks over the phone? This is like not FaceTime. And he's like, Paris, Nicole. Okay, you know I love a Nicole Richie all day.
Oh my gosh.
But when you're introducing me over the phone to Paris and Nicole, I hear a quack, and I'm like, this is not going well.
So he named his ducks after Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie?
A decade later, though. Like a decade later. Like way far past, like 8 Simple Rules.
I honestly, though...
I mean, I would have
done something similar.
But not as a dude.
No, dudes do not do that.
He was like a surgeon, like a ear, nose, and throat surgeon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God. So I meet him, and he's like...
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, there's more. There's more. It gets better. So he's like, hey, you want to meet this place? And I'm like, sure.
What was the place called? Was it a nice restaurant? Take us through this.
Super nice.
Okay.
I can't remember the name, but they have like a really good like
sushi,
pastas.
steak,
It's like right down the
Italian.
street from me. Like, oh my God, I can't remember. I don't think
But it was fancy.
It was fancy. Okay. You guys, he's in a Chester molester van, and it's parked handicapped. Okay, I am a very sensitive person. So hold
on. What's a Chester molester van, first of all?
Well, a Chester molester van is when there's no windows. It's all white or black, mostly all
it's
white.
like a
and if you're kidnapped,
yeah,
no one can see you in the windows.
Oh my gosh.
So you're done.
Right.
You're toast.
Mm-hmm.
So
it could have been like like one of those FBI surveillance.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Except it's parked in handicap.
But that's okay. That's okay.
I am.
That's okay.
You know what? That is okay. I'm okay with it. But the ducks were in the van. So
what?
I sit through dinner.
Quack, quack.
Okay, so I come up and I'm like, hey, I meet him, and I notice like he doesn't stand at normal. And like his hands, like he's bizarre towards me, and he's like, "All right," and he tells me that I can only have one drink, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And he eats off. Sorry, you guys, I talk with my hands. Eats off my plate, which is like, if you're gonna eat on my plate, like ask.
Is he like with his hands?
Yeah.
His fork?
Yeah, like with his fork, but it was like intensely like a huge bite. And I was like,
Without
oh my
asking,
God,
that's so
this
weird.
is horrific. So I go to the bathroom like 100 times. And I'm like, this is just not working well. I asked the waiter, I'm like, can you get our check? I'm on a really bad date. I'm trying to be polite. Mm-hmm. The waiter comes with our check and he's like, sir, we're not ready for that. When I ask for it, I was like, no. Like I'm one glass wine. Like that's all I can have. And then he's like, I brought you a surprise. And I was like, oh. You did?
It gets better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quack in the van. Ooh. Paris and Nicole are in the back of the Chester molester van. I think he was trying to coerce me into the back of it.
Oh my gosh. He was push you in there and drive off.
Yeah. Except I had the valet guy as like a bodyguard. I had already given everybody like,
oh my gosh.
the FYI.
But how was the conversation?
It was awful. It was awful. It was awful. Like, it was awful. I tried so hard. Like, I am, like, you know, I mean, I can talk to a wall.
Yeah, you're easygoing.
Talk to the lamp. Yeah. Like, it's fine. Oh, my God. It's like, when you know I'm talking about the weather, if I bring it up, and then it continues to go on, I'm like my grandpa that has nothing else to talk about except the weather. And then his surprise is Paris and Nicole in the back of his Chester molester van.
Did you meet him on a dating app?
I was set up with him, which is so horrific that somebody would be like, hey, you're single. I've got a cool guy that's single. So
Do you still talk to this person?
No,
oh my
absolutely
gosh.
not. If you're my friend, you set me up with Duckman, and that's it. Cut.
So no second date.
No date.
Was there a hug or kiss?
No. He tried to come in.
What do you do whenever you're not into?
You just act crazy. That's all you can do. The lips were not meeting my face or my cheek. It wasn't happening.
Did he try to hold your hand beforehand?
No, he just ate my food. It was just eat my food. It was super awkward, y'all.
And you can only have one drink.
He drove like an hour and a half to meet me, so he had ducks in his back of the van. And they were roaming. They weren't even in a cage.
That's so weird.
Right?
How long was this date?
It feels like eternity. I swear I asked for the check within like an hour. I mean, I gave it like a 1-all. Like I was miserable. And I lasted an hour.
1 hour.
And then the guy comes, and he was a really hot waiter too. And he's like, here's your check. He's like, sir, we're not done. He ordered another glass for himself.
But you can only have one.
Yes!
What is this? It's like the Twilight Zone.
No.
That is so weird. That is so weird.
Uh-huh. Yep. I
That's
know.
weird.
Tell me about it.
So how did it end? So I guess you walked him to his
I just was like, you know what?
car.
I'm allergic to ducks. I just don't. I can't. Like, I'm really tired.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
I mean, bye. Either that or I'm kidnapped. What do?
You run for the hills for sure.
Well, I ran for the car.
Yeah.
The car.
Beautiful.
I had already told the valet guy.
That's
like,
good.
I'm with the duck man.
So how do us men know we're on a good date with Amanda? Is it longer than an hour for sure?
Well, I think if you're talking about the weather, then
Yeah.
obviously we've run out of things to say.
Did he not ask you any questions? Was he not like engaging you?
He did, but it was like generic. Like, what do you do for fun? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Stuff
what
you
you
don't-
do for fun is fine, but like, I drink wine. I threw that out there because
Yep.
I'm like, I like a good glass of vino. And he's like, you have one glass left. Like,
Oh,
you know what I mean? It was like
Super controlling.
It was like I'm trying to throw out hints, like
Yeah.
this is what I do for fun. Hint, hint. I
Hint,
like
hint.
wine.
What kind of wine?
Yeah.
Where do you go
Nope.
to festivals? Do
Uh-uh.
you like
Nope.
red or white? Do you you get?
Do
go
you want to
deeper.
meet my ducks? Is what he said.
That's it. Oh my gosh.
It was awful.
Huh.
Yeah, it was awful.
So was that the most awkward? Because that's awkward. I think that's the most awkward we've heard on
Yes.
the podcast ever.
Yes.
That's I think you win.
I had a recent one though, you guys. So
Ooh.
I just got on Bumble. I don't know if it's like super awkward, but so like their pictures, if they just like have one picture, I'm trying to not be superficial. I'm not superficial. Like I want a guy that's funny and cool. I'm not all about looks at this point in my life. I've had that. Goodbye. So I walk up and it's like this guy, pretty much it was like their photo from like 40 years ago.
Oh no.
And
catfish.
the belly, you guys, like the belly was hard as a rock and it was like touching the table. And I was like, sir, like take
Yeah.
have a picture, like,
Have a
so
recent
I'm like, I
picture.
have a glass of wine. I'm very cordial. I'm nice. I'm like, you know what? I have an early morning, like, gotta go. So, like, I was matched again with him.
What?
But I didn't know. And so he's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, hi, La. I'm so nerdy on it. And he goes, I was like, you look familiar. Or no, he said, I look familiar. And I was like, oh, yeah, I just got back on Bumble because, like, I'm just going to play along. He's like, no, we had a date last week. And I was like, oh, shit. You should really change your profile picture. At that point, I was like, sir, you don't look anything like your profile picture. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Report.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I
That's
think
rude.
I think everyone should have as advertised, like today.
100%.
Because you're going into a date and you're already dishonest in the first place.
It's not fair.
Yeah, unfair to the person and yourself too.
I'm fine if
Yeah.
you have that, but let me know ahead of time.
Yeah. Do you like Bumble the most, or do you use something else?
That is the only thing. Well,
Yeah.
okay. I was on like a Match a long time ago.
Okay.
And I had the worst experiences ever.
Why? Because they're more
More
serious
like-
on Match, right?
Right.
Supposedly?
But then, like, okay, so I met this guy. All he did was talk about like his ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
Ooh,
Right. So
red
get
flag.
back with her. He orders the appetizer. he eats the entire thing.
Without you?
Yeah. I'm starving, okay, because
God.
it's like happy hour. They don't want to like buy dinner. He takes me, okay, so there's another dating app event going on in the back. So it's like, he's like, do you want to hit that up? I was like,
What?
oh, okay,
What
cool.
What an idiot.
Right, yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, valet, I'll give you $30 if you get my car in like 2 minutes. He's in the bathroom. I gotta get. No.
See, these are like
It's
bonehead
bad.
mistakes.
Yes.
Like, guys, you need to like treat
Get
a
it
lady well.
together.
Yeah.
Buy an appetizer and share. Half and half.
Wait, hold on. A guy has got you, you've gotten dinner before with somebody. Right? You've
Right.
had a great dinner, have you?
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Any like
yeah.
really good dates? Any
I'm 35, so
like-
it's like I've had great,
yeah.
I mean, I've
kinda
dated
doesn't
for a
work-
long time.
It doesn't work out for some reason.
You know what? It's maybe I've dated them or no, nothing's working out though. And then that's where it's like, are you too picky?
And I don't think that that's the reason. I don't.
I had a really good dad, and I think sometimes that can. I don't think, and I've had sweet dads that come in the store and they're like, I feel like I ruined her, and I'm like, no, we just have really, really high standards. Like they say, you marry your dad, whether your dad's a crackhead or whatever. My dad was not, thank God. But your dad teaches you what is appropriate. You open my door. Like, you're a gentleman.
I thought all
very small things.
Texas men
Well,
do.
they don't.
We all do.
They
No.
don't. Not all
Come
of
on.
them do.
My ex didn't.
No.
Oh my gosh.
And I would stand outside the door and just wait.
I did too
Yeah,
a few
me too.
times.
Yeah.
Just out of protest.
Because rude.
And he would always be like, what are you doing?
yeah.
I'm waiting on you to
I'm
open
waiting
the
you to-
door.
yeah.
And it would cause an argument.
Yes.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Another red flag that I didn't listen to.
It's not, but you know what? We learn from those.
Yes,
we already
that's true.
know.
I learned a lot from this past relationship, I think.
So
or at
the-
least Zorric reminds me.
Yeah.
You have to.
So then what are you looking for? Like why are you so, like, what is it you're looking
very
for?
small things. Like,
Doors.
have a sense of humor.
Okay.
Like, be a gentleman. Buy dinner. Maybe not. I don't agree with going Dutch. Maybe like when we're like in a relationship, but like,
Do you even ask?
court me.
Do you like do the
No,
dance?
Not
Emma
the
calls it
first
the
dance.
No.
I mean, the first date. No.
Okay.
No. Because a man is supposed to court a lady. Like, that's what my dad taught me.
Yeah. I mean,
Is
we
that
preach
inappropriate though?
that. No. We preach
No.
Are
always.
we
It's your
supposed to
value.
ask?
That's the thing, is that is your value. There's nothing right or wrong when it comes to
Right,
values.
agreed. But do you think, Zorric,
Yes.
should we reach for our wallet
I think.
on the first date?
I think it's nice too.
On a first date,
I think it's
when
nice
you
to, like,
asked us out on a date, a first date when you asked us to dinner,
I don't care either way, but I'm gonna pay no matter what you do.
right? But
Yeah.
on a first date, say we met on Bumble, okay? Here's this recent thing that I had though.
Okay.
He's like, dinner on me. I'm like, I mean, I'm a bird. I can eat like a nut and I'm fine at dinner. But it's a point. It's like the gentleman thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you think that 9 o'clock is too late to meet for?
Yes.
I saw
Oh my gosh.
I tagged you guys in that
Yes.
But did
because
you
I was
just-
livid.
But did you
I
just match that same day?
No. So he had started out 8 and then he changed it to 9.
No.
No.
Inappropriate
That's a crap move.
The only people that said yes to that were like people under 25.
Oh well, yeah,
They're just
'cause
getting
they're
it.
not
Yeah.
doing. They're not even
Exactly.
millennials. What
Yeah.
are they?
Right.
Little people.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Well, my
Millennials. We're
response.
gonna just rename them.
Non-millennials.
Yeah.
Well, my response was, so I didn't know the backstory about he changed the time.
I know. I didn't give it.
Yeah,
I just wanted.
because-
I just wanted a.
That is too late. I'm already in bed. Like,
Yeah,
technically,
right?
I
I
should
gotta-
be in bed right now in my PJs, watching like It's Always
Cuddled
Sunny.
up with my kitty and my
well,
dog. I
I'm
don't
in-
say I have a kitty on there, but I
Oh.
do.
Well, I got my Mexican blanket and I got my comforter
Girl,
and then I got my other sheet because
I'm in my duvet and my UGG pajamas, and we're good to go.
it's too cold. I'm by myself. I wrap myself with blankets and pillows. I ain't
Cold
got
or
time
not,
for that.
9 o'clock is not
on a
That's too late,
weekday.
though. I think that's too late.
Well, even on a weekend, I still think that's a crap
for
move.
dinner.
Wait.
Right.
Because that's almost like, it's like the
Right.
precursor to the booty call.
Right. That's what I said.
But you have to have a good reason. So maybe he just got off his shift at
Well,
the
he had
hospital.
no reason.
No.
Okay, then
He had no reason, though.
Then no.
It was like, hey, cool. Can you meet at 8? I'm like, yeah. No. Can you meet at 9? I'm like,
Nope. Something must have come up.
Crickets.
No, something
Right.
like came
Yeah.
up.
and I'm okay.
Right, be
We're all on
honest.
Bumble, so
Yeah.
say
Like-
I'm an open book.
Maybe this other date went a little bit longer. That is still a crap move to do, though.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Fine.
Yeah.
9.
No.
I'm starving to death. Nope.
You better believe I already ordered that pad thai.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever been on a date at 9.
Right?
Never.
No, who does that?
Nobody except
No.
this guy.
Did you ever meet up with him after
No.
that? No.
How
Block.
old was he?
Unmatched. 37.
Oh, he's too old
Right.
to
He's too old to
be
do
doing
that,
crap,
yeah.
too.
That's what I said. He's old enough to know better.
And he can't, he's not really good at managing time, so he might be late to your date anyway.
Yeah,
right?
and
I mean,
I'm late all the time. So when you say 9, I'm there at 9:30.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, you got to give me extra 30 minutes. I mean,
Note to all the guys out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, give a girl
like that.
15 to 30 minutes.
Mm-mm.
We got to get ready.
So that could have been the last date. We could have had the juice on that, but
Yeah.
but maybe.
But I've
yeah.
got some dates coming up.
Oh, how many do you go on per week?
Just like, okay, so it's not like a sport, as you guys say. I mean, I was trying to make it, but
Yeah.
Jesus, it's commitment.
It is.
It's
yeah.
a lot. Like, I gotta get dressed.
Emotions,
I gotta do
emotional
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
I'm not even like take the emotional out of it. The 9 o'clock pissed me off. But otherwise, like I'm a pretty like unemotional person. So I'm like, cool, fly by the seat of her pants kind of girl. So this weekend I have 4 dates
Good for you.
lined
You're
up.
on par
Wait,
with
so
Zorric.
Saturday,
Joking.
Sunday.
I'll cut you, Zorric. That's my joke too. I really won't cut him, I promise, but I'll cut him with my fingernail.
Okay.
It's a very
I'm
Angela
scared.
Johnson thing. You know, I will cut you.
I will cut you.
So hold on. So Saturday, how many do you have?
Friday.
Oh, Friday.
One on Friday and three.
Oh.
Stop! I'm scared to make you. Like, I'm trying to really go at this. I can't put myself on a reality TV show and then not
Yeah.
boycott like online dating.
Yeah. So hold
I
on.
kind of like the swipe though. It's like shop.
It's
shop,
easy. It's
win.
fast.
Yeah, I
it's-
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yes.
then when you match, it's like boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
So any nice restaurants, or is it more coffee dates or lunch dates?
Oh,
or?
I don't do that anymore. I'm way too old. Like, you're going to take me to dinner.
Yeah.
I have a job, too, like a full-time job.
Yeah. So like a
know.
nice place like Nobu or something,
You know
or
what? I mean, you can take me, like, whatever, to the porch. I'm
Applebee's.
fine. No.
Chili's.
Yeah, I do love some
The 2
Chili's,
for
though.
$20.
Remember when Chili's was on Knox Henderson? I
Yeah.
miss that.
I
That was
don't
a good
remember
spot.
that.
That was a while back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was like a year ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So not very picky with food. So
I'm not. Like, I'm the most chill person ever. It's like, where do you
Okay.
want to go? I'm like, wherever you want to
do
go.
you want him to lead? Because
Yes.
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 To set
which
the
is
date.
So,
Say this time.
It's so weird. I'm working on this with myself, and probably ladies, independent ladies, can like relate to this. We like to think that we want to be in control, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But do we? Because when
No.
right, I know,
When
and
it
that
comes
is
down
a,
to it.
Mhm.
Like,
That's a very, very hard. That should be your next subject. That's a very, very like hard thing for us to do.
like one of the things
We
that
want a partner.
Yes, I love when we don't even have to be dating, but it can just be a guy friend. When a guy friend's like, "Hey, do you want me to order for you?" I'm
Yes.
like, "Heck yeah!"
Do not
I'll
ask
tell
me what I want to eat. Do not ask me where I want to meet. I want them to make but
Yeah,
I think I send mixed signals.
yeah.
They're like, I'm control, but I'm not. Like, I don't want to be.
Like you're easygoing. I see it now.
I
Yeah.
am easygoing. I just want somebody to make the decisions. Like, I make decisions all damn day. I don't want to do it.
Why are men not making decisions?
I
That's
don't
weird.
know. Why? You're a man.
We need a class on this.
Why aren't you making decisions?
I know. Well, I make decisions. Come on.
Are you? I'm putting
This is based on a previous conversation we had off air.
Well, this is like, April, get on. April.
As April like sinks on the couch.
She's so cute. You guys, it should be videoed.
She doesn't want to talk about this, but I think guys out there, listeners, you have to make the first move, and you have to plan the date, and you have to.
And like when you're online dating, don't keep messaging me on Bumble. Like, what is your experience? Or like something stupid like that. Like, dude, bite the bullet. Like shit or get off the pot.
Do you want them to ask you out right away?
Well, I mean, I don't want to keep messaging about what my experience is. Like, do you really give a shit? My experience is like you doing something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, let's just have dinner and talk about it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we're not going to get to know each other by just messaging each other.
Yeah.
That's true.
But a lot of men, too, are kind of scared. Well, what if she says no?
If you put it out there. Okay, here's the question, though.
Okay.
That is you guys, is that your fear?
Well, that's not my fear.
But no.
Yeah,
as a guy.
As a man,
speak
I think
as a man upon men, because we're speaking upon girls.
I think we're scared to be denied or rejected.
But why are you on Bumble then, where girls make the first move?
Because we're on Bumble for our ego.
But if we... Okay, rude.
Yeah, well...
If we match to each other...
say...
If we match to each other and I'm supposed to say, hi, then I expect you...
to say hi back.
Right.
That means... But more than hi.
I'm gonna like defend guys just for a little bit because this is something that we've covered before where on Bumble, like we do it because one, we get the right to message first, right? So that's us weeding like men that we're not attracted to out. And then number two, we like Bumble for me is like difficult in all honesty because me making the first move by messaging you isn't actually the first move, right?
I'm like, hi.
I'm like, hi, waiting for you to make that first move too. And part of it also, like I give men props for like doing it a lot more than me, right? Because I hate being rejected.
Agreed.
I've been like anytime I get rejected, it's like I go back into being a little hermit, and I'm like, I'm not coming back out of my shell for a very long time again because I hate rejection, and so I give men props because it's a numbers game for them too. I mean, it's honestly like it is. Like you guys like put little baits out, and then you get you get stuff, and then. If if you get rejected, you're like, all right, moving on to the next person. For us, like I can put out 4 baits out and like 3 of them come back in rejection, and it causes me to not even want to go to that one that actually said yes.
True.
Because I'm like, you're gonna reject me anyway.
You're like, what? Or
you're just like won't ask you.
You're just gonna keep talking to me like a text message and not like
Yeah, but
true.
I've read an article somewhere, and I think we've covered it. But dating apps are to date.
Yes.
Like to go on dates, not to talk, not to be like a buddy.
But then why is Tinder like to Tinder?
Well, Tinder is not to Tinder. That's like a
But I feel like
right
that's kind of what their reputation has gotten.
It has become that.
It's become like Hinder.
But I think
or Tinder. I don't know.
Hit it.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Which is why I think Bumble is so nice. But if we say hi, we sound so like awkward.
Right.
Hi, because we don't know what to say.
Yeah.
We want the guy to actually make the move, but that means we're like interested.
Right.
Because you guys expire within 24 hours.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think to the guys out there, hit us up.
Yeah.
If we say hi, we like you, right?
I say yeah. And I tell guys, just take the risk. If you like her, if she's attractive to you, she has a nice bio, if you guys kind of mesh when you're messaging, why not? 3, 4, 5 messages, ask her out and take her out to
I think so too.
Chili's.
Like after, or Red Lobster. We love a good cheese biscuit. Like, does Favor deliver that?
Amanda, we're talking so much today. What are we supposed to talk about anyways?
So we're supposed to talk about things.
Besides talking to Amanda.
I know.
Our friends should never say to us when we're single.
We can go for like 10 hours.
I have the gift of gab.
Let's go.
Love
Let's go with this.
So I have a friend and I love her to death so much. I do. And it got to the point where our other friend was also single. So the three of us would always hang out because, we met at work. And so one of them would always say, gosh, if my husband died, like I just, because she's married, she's like, if my husband ever died, she's like, I would probably just like end up, just living by myself with a bunch of dogs and like
or cats.
Yeah, she was a dog person, but yes, cats too. Cats, and she's like,
and ducks too.
Ducks too. And she's like, I would just become like that old like dog lady, and she's like, and I would just like die alone. And she's like, because it's so difficult, she's like, I see you and so and so like just struggling, and it's like we finally had to like stop her and say, when you say that, it makes us feel like being single is the worst thing ever. And being married is the best thing ever. Yeah. And so it doesn't make us feel validated that we're single. And it makes like us feel like our struggle is a lot more, I guess, worse than what it should be.
Like you're willing to like die alone with like your dogs versus like remarry.
Yes. Because dating is hard.
That seems horrific.
So your first one is?
Don't tell me that if your husband or your spouse or your significant other were to die, you'd become a dog/cat lady.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Because you would never find love again. Oh. Because dating is so hard.
That's horrific.
That just invalidated me so much.
That's horrific.
And so what was so funny is that so it's like old counselors, and she was like, I didn't realize. Yeah, these are all like therapists.
Yeah, I love her.
And she's like, I didn't realize that was the message that I was giving. We're like, that's the message we're receiving. Yeah, and it's like, that's the message we're receiving. It's not helpful. You can't say that anymore.
It's kind of like when they say, oh my God, why are you single? You just must be having so much fun. I'd like rather be single than be married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like goes like total opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had friends that like said that too.
But that's so rude. It's not.
It's not fun.
No.
But again, the grass is always a lot greener on the other side, right?
It's like total opposite. You have one lady saying one way.
Yep.
And the other one saying like, you're living it up, girl.
Yeah.
Get it.
What else you got?
I don't know if this is, I don't care, but it might not be okay for other people. So I wrote it down of like asking for your phone to like swipe left or right. Like if they're not single, like getting on your phone and like swiping left or right for you.
Oh, I did that.
I have friends do it all the time.
I've done it for you,
I did it.
Yeah, Zorric has done it for me too.
It's a little addictive.
Because again, like they're married, they don't know what swiping is like, and I like write little sticky notes and like tell them like which way to swipe. And then they would start messaging the guys for me too. I was like, that's when it went a little too far. And I was like,
I didn't go that
now
far.
you have to stop, because I don't want this whole like Figaro, like situation happening where you're like falling in love with the wrong person.
Yeah. You don't remember what your friend said to this guy?
No, I don't. And so like I would get like random messages like, what did you say?
Oh, that's
all
amazing.
Right. What's your last? Or do you
that's all I have.
That's it?
Yeah. Amanda, I'm curious to know what you have.
Mine are so okay. I hate to hear you're still young. You'll find someone. And then it's like, really? Like I'm 35.
The bio
I'm not
clock is
that
ticking.
still young. And then they're like, well, don't you want to have kids? You should really like think about that. Don't you want to freeze your eggs? That goes back to like the very beginning. But it's always like the segue of like, and then I get like, oh, you're still single? What's wrong with you? Why are you so picky?
Yes, that one really irks me, being told that I'm picky.
Like picky, that brings into the whole like standard thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm picky because I don't want to be married and divorced. And usually it's someone that has been divorced.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, I was picky because I didn't get a ring put on it and I didn't sign it, and then I'm not divorced.
Yeah.
I would like to not be divorced if I can help it.
But there's not, like, that's where I, like, say no judgment zone.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you made it, I have a best friend that was with this guy for 10 years, married for less than 2. It's one of those things where it's like no judgment zone. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But she would never judge me for like, oh, why are you so single? She just had a Bumble episode where someone said that she looks submissive. 50 Shades of Grey.
Ooh.
And she said it's okay for me to say that. But I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. You have those certain friends that are like, no judgment. Okay.
Right.
With that person for 10 years, married for less than 2. Then you have these people that are like, but why aren't you married? It's okay to be divorced in their mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is perfectly okay.
And then the worst one is, well, I'm married. That's what I get a lot.
What do you mean?
Single men.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, like on dates?
Is this okay?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What? Oh
yeah, I know. I could write a book.
Like you're sitting at a date with a guy at a place not Applebee's.
Yep, and I'm married.
And what? And then what do you do?
It's kind of one of those things where I'm looking at you like a deer caught in headlights. Like what? Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Is it like the check please
Bye-bye.
type
yeah.
thing? Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
So the guy that like asked my friend if she was submissive said all of his pictures are not him.
Oh, jeez.
And are you okay with being a submissive? Exhibit A, 50 Shades of Grey. And I'm married.
It's like that whole Ashley Madison.
Guys,
so I actually
Yeah.
so a long time ago. Okay, so I've been single this whole time, but I had friends that were married and wanted to see what Ashley Madison was about. And so me being me under the influence of wine, because I love wine, I decided to create a fake profile on purpose just to kind of see what it was.
Yes, you did.
So when that whole like Ashley Madison thing, I was like, if I ever like run for like for government, I just gotta be like, yeah, I just did it because my friends, we were drinking, we were having a girls'
Blame it on me.
night,
Blame it on me.
Because
It totally, because they're like, we're married. And I was like, no, I'm single. I'll like use one of my emails that I have that's like for crap like this. I was like, let's do it. And we were like, it just reminds me of that.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
Guys are so gross.
What else do you have? What else do you have, Amanda? Anything else for things not to say?
God, there's so much.
Two of your best ones.
So much.
Two more.
Well, I get what's wrong with you a lot.
You took mine.
I'm sorry. That's why I added the extra.
Yeah.
But that's so frustrating because it's like, what's wrong with me? Like, what's wrong with them? Like, hi.
People that you've been on dates have told you this?
Just people
or like
in
friends.
general.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you're such a catch. I can't believe you're not married.
Yeah.
Like, that's a like daily conversation
I
at my
feel
house.
like a dog like is looking at you.
Yeah.
At the side. It's like, okay, cool, thanks. Like, what do you say to that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think for me, you guys touched on everything that I was going to say, but
I usually get defensive when someone says that.
It's super irritating.
Yeah. So mine is just, have you met my friend?
Oh yeah.
Or
I do that to Zorric all the time.
I'm like,
oh
no,
my gosh.
no, do not.
Do not ever do that to him.
I did that. So there was this one of my first wine parties that I had this past year.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Are you
my
gonna
gosh,
say
I
that
love
story?
it. Yeah, but I'm not going to say her name.
Okay.
So
her name is Pearl.
Yeah. So at the end of the night, like everyone's leaving and I'm like telling everybody I love them and I'm so glad you came. And so like Zorric and this other girl just happened to be like they were like, about to walk out together. And I said, hey, you blank girl. I said, you and Zorric should go on a date together. And I swear, like, Zorric and this girl just looked at me.
Like deer in a headlight?
And, like, Zorric just walked away.
It's like, bye.
Maybe he had something else in the work.
He was like, that is so awkward. And then I apologized to the person when I saw her at work on Monday. I was like,
you can't help it, though. It's happened to us.
Yeah,
so
I really wanted them to hit it off, but it wasn't meant to be, and I'm okay with it now.
No,
have you went to therapy about it?
No.
She talked to herself in the mirror.
Yeah, I did. I was like,
Emma,
like, how do you feel about this? Yeah. What do you think you need to do differently next time?
She's such a good therapist.
What are your coping skills?
Okay, so that was the topic. things that you shouldn't say to a single person.
Which is, by the way, like everything. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, be respectful.
Like, be kind. Remember, like, or here's the other kicker for me. It's like, gosh, dating nowadays is so difficult. Like, I wouldn't know what to do with, like, all these apps anymore. And then you're like, yeah, it really freaking sucks.
Right.
Like, shut up.
Quack, quack.
Yeah, quack, quack.
That's all I got to say.
So, Amanda,
Yes.
our audience, they're, millennials.
Yeah.
They're single.
Some of them might be under millennials.
Or
no?
under millennial, yeah.
There's like a few.
I think I'm like on the cusp.
You're a millennial.
You're a millennial.
I don't
Because
think I am.
You are.
I didn't have like a real cell phone and stuff, so I don't.
There's
I had
there's
a
date.
flip phone.
Yeah, I'm older than you. So
Yeah, he's older than
I'm
you.
a millennial.
Okay.
We're elder millennials.
Okay, elder. I like that. I like
so
that.
what would you tell people that are like any advice that
I would
people
say
out there?
don't be superficial.
Yeah.
And don't judge a book by its cover. Because I've been judged, not that I'm like, I am Miss America. Let's be honest.
Obviously.
Yeah. But I mean, I think, from the outside looking in, I think that you should get to know somebody. And
Okay.
like a picture does tell 1,000 words. And it could be bad or good, and don't judge it. I mean,
And it should represent yourself.
yeah.
Right?
I mean, if people put a picture on, like of themselves, then take it and meet them and be in the moment and not be on your cell and like whatever.
Oh, I hate that.
I think that's like what they're lacking is like be in the moment,
Yeah. On a date.
Put your cell phone down.
Open the
and
doors.
like get to know somebody and not get to know them like technological, like whatever. Like get to know them on a personal level.
I feel like it's so much easier to have a conversation with someone, like talk to talk instead of like text to text.
100%.
Texting is so
like you text
awkward.
for a moment
Yeah.
and then meet the person and get to know them. Because
Yeah.
I met a guy in a pod.
Yeah, you
Didn't
did.
work out.
On TV.
But it did teach me, to be in the moment.
Yeah.
And like be vulnerable and put yourself out there. And that's the one thing I can walk away with it.
Be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there.
If it's something embarrassing or whatever, like people will love you for like what you put out there.
Yeah.
And if you're real, you're real.
Your energy,
You
right?
can't fake like being
Yeah.
genuine.
Yeah.
True.
You can't.
So Emma,
Yes.
what did you learn from Amanda today? There's so much.
A lot.
She knows
Gosh.
so much about dating.
Oh yeah, because I'm such a professional.
Yes.
So professional.
Yeah.
What? Like what things?
It was just nice to hear someone that has like very similar values, to kind of just get like that reinforcement
Same.
again, Yeah, because I think that sometimes like you hear people and it makes you feel like an outlier,
Yeah.
and so just like having someone that like very similar
Shares the
values,
same,
yeah,
yes.
it's just like all right,
Agreed.
so all right, I'm good, all right, I'm good.
Okay.
What about you?
I learned that Emma is a 12
Yeah, she is.
and Amanda is
Is
a
an
9.
8.
Is an 8. Now it's an 8.
Well, I don't know. That's
I went
two
from a
numbers
7
we
to an
thrown
8.
out.
Yeah.
More like a 70, but whatever.
And I'm a 0.
Well,
Yeah.
we don't know yet.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
And it was, oh my gosh, we can talk to you forever.
I know, forever. I
No,
know,
but
I
it's
could
like
too.
really good conversation because there's so much
Thank
dating
you.
things we can talk to you about and
You
your
guys are
future.
great.
You're coming back
You know,
Please,
you are coming back. Yeah.
please.
for sure.
I
And,
loved it.
How can people find you? Is there anything Instagram or Twitter?
So my Instagram is at Revy Sparkles.
Okay, we'll put that on the website.
Yeah.
And find her there. And guys, if you ask her out, have guys asked you out on Instagram?
Yes,
Oh.
yes,
Ooh.
yes.
What do they say?
have.
Like,
It's kind of douche kebabish. You guys, just be genuine. I think that people, they're like, oh, I saw you on TV and blah, blah. Like, just be genuine. You know what I mean? Like,
well, what's the genuine thing to say? Like, hey, how's it going?
hey,
Or-
girl. Like, or, hey, you can say I saw you on TV, but don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm so easygoing. Like, just a hey, y'all is fine with me. I'm a country girl.
Love it.
I love it too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Emma, take us away. Thanks, Amanda, for
Thank
coming.
you for having
so
us.
much.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we have for today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this episode because we had a lot of fun
What's our
with
new best friend?
Amanda.
Yay!
Yes.
3 best friends that anyone can have.
I love that song. Okay. If you have any
Hangover.
comments, show topics, anything that you want to email us, you can do that hello@datepodcast.com. And again, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter on @datepodcast.
All right. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.